welcome back to my channel. Hello, so welcome back to my channel. Today is the last weekend of the summer. Monday starts the official first day of fall, and I'm in Florida and it's hot, and it's kind of ironic that I'm starting this video right now, especially because it's really fucking hot. I'm already sweating and I just got to my car, so I actually have to film this quickly so that I can turn on my car and get the AC going. Point is that it's officially fall starting Monday, and it's not very fall like in Florida, so I need to do my own vibe setting to make myself feel like it's fall. And I'm gonna do that by starting this little fall reading weekend vlog. I did actually start last night. Today is Saturday. I'm literally sweating. This is crazy. I started last night by starting The Storied Life of A.J. Fikry. I don't know how it's pronounced, but so far I'm really enjoying this. It's a really fun book. I think I'm about halfway. I'm on page 114, 115, and I've been reading all morning. I really love this book. I love books about books, and to me, reading a book about a book is like the coziest thing ever and just feels like fall to me. So I started this book. I also started Bride on my Kindle last night because I feel like fall reading includes cozy books, like extremely cozy, fun books. No, okay. Fall reading includes cozy reading. Books about books, in my opinion, is like the epitome of cozy reading. And then, of course, your vampire, werewolf book is epitome of fall. I really do want to read Twilight this fall season. I've never read Twilight, which is crazy, but I was so young when they were really at their peak. I've watched all the movies, but this season I think I'm going to try to read Twilight for the first time. I'm also about to head to Barnes & Noble because I feel like to wrap this all up, I also need a fall romance book. And I'm going to be honest, I don't think I've ever read a fall romance book. I'm not a huge romance reader. I've really only started reading romance more recently. Like last summer I dived all the way into Emily Henry, and I read all of her books. But besides that, I haven't read romance prior to that, and I only really got into it recently, which Ali Hazelwood is one of the people that I love her romance books. But my point is I've never read fall-centered romance books, so I think I need to go pick up one of those. There's one I really want to read, which is the new Hannah Bonham Young book, which I think is called People Watching. It just looks so cute, but I believe it's interconnected with her other books, and I haven't read those, so I don't think that's going to do. I think I'm just going to look around Barnes & Noble, try to find a nice, short, fall cover-related romance book. And I think that'll wrap this up really well because I'll read this, probably finish this today. This is like my nighttime reading because I need something to read on my Kindle at night. And then tomorrow I'll probably start whatever romance book I pick up. So a little light reading fall read. And yeah, those are my plans. I also did my nails very fall-like. It's my first time doing these gel Beetles nail polish. And I think they came out pretty good. I'm kind of proud of them. I'm just trying to put myself in the fall mood, start fall off right, and get past the fact that it's still so hot here in Florida.
I've never felt less cool. Even my phone misses your call.
Okay, so I do have a little bit of a haul. I did pick up the book that I'm reading on my Kindle, which is Bride, and I didn't mention I started this last night, and so far it's interesting. I didn't really get far into it, but I got far enough that I'm like, I want to know what's going to happen next. So that's good. And Allie Hazelwood books for me are just like such fast, quick reads. And then another thing that I got is the book People Watching by Hannah Bonham Young that I was talking about. I believe it might be part of the interconnected series of her other books. However, I can't find any like real information on that. So I'm just going to read it. Even if it is interconnected, I could just read the other ones later. Like, I don't think you necessarily have to read them in order. But this was really the only fall book that was interesting to me in that store. I almost got, I think it's like The Dead Romantics or something by Ashley Potson, because I loved 7 Year Slip, but I didn't because I felt like that was just too long. But anyways, I did start listening to this. I'm on chapter 3. I'm almost done with chapter 3, and I am really enjoying it. I don't exactly know the plot of this book. I never read the descriptions, but so far I'm really enjoying it. But I think I'm about to go take this book and go try to read outside at like a little park bench or something. It's still Saturday night, and I have finished The Storied Life of A.J. Fickery. Is there even a difference? Okay, either way, I finally finished it. Not finally, I finished this in one day. I read like 10 pages yesterday, and then I finished the whole book today. And I think it might be 5 stars. I seriously loved this book. I loved the characters, literally all of them, except for Daniel Parrish. Was that his name? I think his name was Daniel Parrish. And even him, I obviously liked because he brought a certain character into the story that added so much value to this story. And I loved this book. I really did. I didn't cry. I kind of thought I would, but I think because the ending was kind of told in a funny way, it almost just made me love it more. This writing, not the writing, but this book, the way I feel about the characters and the way I care about them and the way the story is told reminds me a lot of Frederick Bachman and some of his stories. And I love Frederick Bachman. So this was like this just felt really comfy and cozy, and it was just a beautifully written story. And I think this was the perfect start to this video because it did feel very cozy and fall-like, even though there's nothing really about fall in here. But like I said multiple times, books about books just give me that feeling. Like they always do, they always will. I love them. And this book about books and literature and writing and words, it was just so perfect for this video. And I'm just so happy I read this. I think it's a 5-star. However, I'm a little bit worried that it might not be a 5-star. And the only reason that is making me feel that way is I don't know how much I'm gonna continue to think about this story. Like, I had a great time. I loved the characters. I loved the story. I loved the book. But like, what am I ever really gonna think about this book again? I don't know. And that to me is like an important quality of a 5-star book. So my initial thoughts are 5 stars, but I don't know if that's gonna change in the future. So give me a few months and maybe this won't be a 5-star anymore, or maybe it will. And I'm sorry if that sounds crazy, but that's what I have for you right now, okay? Now moving on, I don't really know what I want to read right now because I was listening to this in the car earlier and it really is definitely giving me that fall feeling. I was really enjoying this story. I think I'm 15% of the way through. I'm on chapter 5, Prue. And also just look at this cover. It's so cute. This is the reason I wanted to read this book. Like, truly, genuinely, I wouldn't have picked this book up if it didn't have this cover. If you want to get me to read your book, use this as inspiration. This will do it for me. These are like my favorite colors. It's so fall. He has tattoos. She has curly brown hair. Like, this is just perfect. This is how you get me to read a book. But anyways, back to what I was saying. I don't know what book I want to read right now because I'm actually thoroughly enjoying both of these books. I'm a little bit further into this one because I was listening to it for probably like a total of an hour, and I am really enjoying it. Even though not much has happened, I definitely want to keep going and see what's happening. Now, for this book, I'm reading it on my Kindle, where I was. I might switch that up for a little bit. I'm only 6% in, but I am really enjoying it. I think we're at the part where she's getting married, and no, we went back in time a little bit to why she's getting married, I guess. And then I think that's when I fell asleep. But honestly, that first 5%, it did draw me in. I mean, a vampire, an alpha werewolf, a forced marriage, like that's giving fall. Anyways, I'm gonna have to choose between these two. Not these two. I'm gonna have to choose between these two and continue reading. And honestly, this video is off to a great start. I think I have a 5-star book, and I think I have 2 other very entertaining, interesting books. I literally cannot even believe I'm saying this right now, but I think I just found 2 5-star books in one weekend, back to back. I don't know if I'm considered like a harsh rater, but I really don't give 5 stars that often. And I don't know if this was just like the perfect storm of just getting out of a reading slump, really enjoying reading for the first time in a while, and also the fact that it's fall reading and I've just been dying for fall reading. So maybe these will change, but like honestly right now I truly believe that I've just found 2 5-star reads in one weekend. That is unreal. Like that's just insane. Anyways, I think this is a 5-star read for me. I literally just finished it. It's Sunday night. It's like 9 p.m. and I've been reading this all day. This little book was surprisingly really long, and I think it's because the font is like tiny. I love this book. I loved these characters. I have never read a Hannah Bonham Young book, but I am definitely going to be reading more of her books because this was phenomenal. I don't even have any criticism, which is not normal for me. Also, I freaking love this cover. Like this might be the cutest cover I've ever seen. Honestly, one of my favorite covers ever. And it maybe is because it's a girl with brown curly hair, and I feel like you don't see that much in books. I just truly loved these characters so much, and the way this story was written. All of these characters felt so real and pure, and they just had so much to them, flaws and all. They were just such beautifully written characters, and for, even though I just said it is a pretty long book, it is technically a short book, and for how short of a book it is, I think Hannah Bonham Young, that's like a, that's kind of fun to say, but I think she just did such an amazing job of giving them all such complex, real, raw backstories and giving them all a reason to be the way they are. I really truly loved being a part of this story. Prue and Milo's romance and love story was just so beautiful to me. I think it was just so honestly innocent in so many ways for both of them. For both of them, it was something new, it was something different that they had never experienced with anyone else before, and the way they experienced it together, it almost was giving like YA romance. And I love YA romance, but I just feel like I'm a little bit too old for it. Like I can't, it's kind of weird being like an adult reading about 18-year-olds or 17-year-olds in high school. This had the essence of a YA, like pure first love, first romance, without being children and having real adult lives. And I just really loved this book. I just really enjoyed it. It made me laugh literally out loud. It made me cry, like literally tearing, crying. I just think this was maybe like a perfect romance book, like exactly what a romance should be. I deeply appreciated that the second act breakup or whatever it's called was for a real reason. There was a real problem that had to be fixed or addressed, and that it wasn't someone in the relationship cheating or just directly disrespecting another person or anything along those lines. Like these characters genuinely loved each other and meant no harm by anything they were doing. That's why I really love this book, is because it just felt so real. These characters felt so real. Their love felt so real. Their problems were so real. It wasn't beefed up to be anything more entertaining or more dramatic. It was just real, and I really loved it. So I will definitely be reading more of her books. And also, this was again a perfect book for fall reading. There was this image right here is like exactly what this book was. That scene is exactly what this book gave, and it was perfect. It was a perfect start to the fall season, and I'm just so excited for more fall reading now, and also just to read more of Hannah Bonham Young's work. Anyways, now that I'm done raving about that, it is pretty late and it's Sunday night, so that is the end of my fall weekend reading vlog. However, I am going to continue reading Bride tonight, probably in bed, and then tomorrow maybe during work I'll listen to it as an audiobook. I'll see if that's on Spotify. If I finish that tomorrow, maybe I'll include it in this video as well, but Either way, I had such a great reading weekend. I mean, 2 5-star books is just insane. I seriously can't even fathom that. And I just think this is the perfect start to the fall season and for fall reading. So I hope you enjoyed. I definitely did. And maybe I'll see you tomorrow, or maybe I'll just see you next time. So thanks for watching.